My first experience with a horse when we were young, I think I was about 6 or 7, a guy used to come around with a pony, and go around the neighborhood taking pictures, right? So while he was out in the neighborhood taking pictures, he used to park his trailer to near our house. So I used to go peep in the trailer, and I was so fascinated saying to myself, a horse used to be in there, right on down to building a stall next to my house, and didn't even have a horse, So I think the fascinating, like with most kids though, we're all fascinated about horses, and that was mine. Name is Ike Johnstone. Right now we're at the Bill Pickett Riding Academy, located on West River Drive in Montgomery, Fairmount Park, Philadelphia. Belmont Stable was built to be a police stable back in the 30s. Matter of fact, 1936. It was to house the Fairmount Park guards, mounted guards, and they moved out of here about 1930. And we moved in. The building was practically vacant during that period of time between 1970. I moved in 96. So it was practically vacant during that, for that period of time. We moved in here to start a youth program to work with the youth, primarily in the Temple area. That's where it all, because I spent 30-some years of my life in Temple. So we take the kids out of the North Philadelphia area. Primarily they come from North Philly, but now we take them from all over the city, especially what's going on in the city with all the crime and whatnot. And we're trying to reach out to as many young people as we possibly can. But going back to this, how it all started for me to give back to Temple, the Temple community. Right. Not just Temple itself, but the community, because I spent my adult life in that area. Horses teach us a lot about ourselves, and it teaches, for example, there are 3 human emotions that are incompatible with communicating with a horse. It's anger, fear, and patience. If you have any anger in you, the horse is going to pick it up, and you're not going to be able to communicate with the horse. So it teaches how to control your anger. Same thing with fear. If you have this fear running through you, they'll pick that up, and you're not going to be able to communicate. So once you learn that you cannot communicate with this animal, if those 3 things are present, then you learn to get rid of those 3 things. So that's how it helps you. And that's just one of the lessons, but there's numerous lessons that we can get from horses. Horses mirror us. When you look at a horse, you're looking at yourself. He has no agenda. You know what I'm saying? What you see is what you get. When we bring, say, like a young kid in here, 7 or 8 years old, that's never been around a horse, that's just seen them on TV, they're terrified. Horses, because they're intimidating. You know what I'm saying? But then, once we start to working with them, we get them to the point where they'll lead this big animal. Can you imagine what that does to one? 2 days ago they was terrified. Now they're leading this big, huge animal, just with his fingertips. And it also teaches that you can get things, except young people, you can get things out of life without taking them. See, you ain't gonna take nothing from a horse. You're not gonna hold pulling. They measure stuff in horsepower. You know what I'm saying? So you have to cooperate with this horse to get this horse to cooperate with you. So it teaches cooperation. They don't care nothing about you being a corner boy, anything else. You know what I'm saying? You wanna respect me. That's what that horse is saying. Because if you don't, I can take you out of here. Just that quick. So it teaches that. It teaches you can get things done without taking them. We teach that there's love and strength, and that's what the horses are. There's love and strength. These are powerful animals. And you just treat them with kindness, they'll give it back to you.